I am back with another video. Today, I'll be ranking countries that I'm curious to visit that I want to go to on vacation. So this is like a more touristy type of tour list. Sorry, geez, touristy type of tier list. I apologize. So yeah, Let's get into it. So Germany. I've been to Germany before once in 2018. I only went to Munich. We were supposed to go to Berlin as well, but the airline, funnily enough, that we were going to take to get to Berlin actually went bankrupt. So that entire plan fell through. And so instead, we just stayed in Munich. And I really liked Munich. Munich was a great city, especially as a soccer fan. Like Bayern Munich. We didn't go to Allianz Arena, but driving by Allianz Arena was really cool. Munich was just like a nice city. I definitely want to visit more of Germany. Like I want to go to Frankfurt. I want to go to Stuttgart, Berlin, obviously, even Hamburg. How do you pronounce it? Hamburg? I think is how they say it. Um, yeah, so I definitely want to visit Germany. I think a part of me that kind of I'll say really want to visit. I want to see more of Germany. I think Germany's a really cool country. I like it a lot. North Macedonia. So I'm Greek. I really have no interest to go to North Macedonia. All right, hold on. I live in America, so I live in the United States. Really have no interest. I'll kind of want to visit it because I think Lake Prespa is pretty nice and they have some history and some monasteries there that are pretty cool, but just like I don't want to go to Skopje. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm sorry, I'm good. This flag, I actually don't know what flag this is. Hold on, let me Google this. Let me do a little fact check here because I actually don't know what flag this is. Um, mm, Kiribati, Kiribati. Nice tropical island. Yeah, why not? Kind of want to visit. Let's do it. Kiribati. Is that the Bahamas? Bahamas is nice. I wouldn't mind visiting the Bahamas. Like honestly, these tropical islands, like I don't mind them, but they're not like I don't actively think about going to them. Afghanistan. Definitely don't want to go to Afghanistan. Way too dangerous. Way too dangerous. Beautiful country though. So much history. Such an impressive. It really is a beautiful country. It's sad what's happened to Afghanistan. See what's happened, but definitely wouldn't mind. I if it were safer, I'd 100% go to Afghanistan, but no interest. Algeria. Algeria is cool. The Berbers, the city of Constantine definitely intrigued me. And then you got cities like obviously Algiers, the coastal cities. Algeria is pretty interesting. So I'll say I kind of want to visit. I'm not like I don't know. I feel like I don't know how safe it is. I think it's actually overblown. I don't think Algeria is that bad. I don't think it's super dangerous. I think Algeria is all right. What flag is that? Oh, let me hold on. Fact check. I think it's on the tropical island. Tropical island flags. Let's see. Antigua and Barbuda. So, kind of want to visit Australia. Australia. So, I love Australia. I've been multiple times. Melbourne. I've been to Sydney once. I want to see more of Australia. Love Australia. Want to see more of it for sure. Another tropical island. I don't know. I think is this Bahamas? No, Barbados was here. Is this Barbados? Bahamas? Whatever. Belgium. I definitely want to visit Belgium. Lots of great cities there. Obviously, Brussels, Bruges, Liege. There we go. Pronounced it correctly. So yeah, definitely. I definitely want to visit Belgium. Nice country. Dominican Republic. Um, it's whatever. I don't really feel like. Nah, not sure. I don't really have any intention to visit the Dominican Republic. Canada. I've only really been to Toronto, and Niagara Falls. I've never been to Vancouver. Never been to Saskatchewan. Never been to Alberta. Never been to. I went to Halifax when I was really young, but that's pretty much it. I've only really been to Ontario in Canada. But I definitely want to visit more of Canada. Canada is a huge country. Canada, there's a ton to see in Canada. So I definitely really want to visit. I want to visit more of Canada for sure. I think Canada is a great country. Bolivia, I think Bolivia is really interesting. But it's not something it's not someplace I really want to visit. Singapore, I definitely want to visit. Singapore is awesome. I've heard great things about Singapore. My dad's been multiple times. The airport I've heard is super cool. Singapore is just, and I love the history about Singapore. Lee Kuan Yew and how it was able to transform and into like from being a marsh nobody wanted to inhabit, nobody wanted to live in, and it becoming like a super modern city state. It's awesome. I want to see Singapore. I really do. Cuba. I think this is Cuba. It's not Puerto Rico. That is the Cuban flag, I believe. Let me just double check. Oh, my dog's barking. Okay, Cuban flag. Um, Yeah, Cuba. So I do want to visit Cuba. I actually really want to visit Cuba. I think Cuba's awesome. I think it's the cigars, the Havana, the 50s cars. I think Cuba's intriguing. I definitely want to visit Cuba. Ecuador, not really sure. Pretty sure also Ecuador is very dangerous right now, with, like the gang wars and stuff. I don't know if I want to visit Ecuador. Not really in a hurry. What country is that? I think is that Comoros? No, not Comoros. Is that the Maldives? Nope, not the Maldives. Hold on. I know it's an African country. Hold on, we're gonna find it. Is it the Seychelles? Nope, not Seychelles. Oh boy, I don't know if I can find it. Oh, I don't know what country this is. Dude, what country is this? I have no idea. I'll just put it in kind of want to visit. I'm too lazy. Yeah, Hungary. Definitely want to visit Hungary. Budapest looks awesome. I want to go to those thermal baths, those hot springs. Those seem really cool. The Parliament building. I'm super intrigued by Budapest. Definitely want to visit Hungary. Ukraine. The war. But I think even before the war, I was a little intrigued. Like, I'd want to visit Russia too, 100%. St. Petersburg and Moscow. Oh, see the Kremlin and St. Basil's Cathedral? Come on, that's awesome. So I definitely want to visit Russia and Ukraine. So yeah, definitely Ukraine. Wales. Yes, I want to visit Wales. I definitely want to see Wales. I think Wales is interesting. I love the history of Wales. I think it's just it's unique in a way. It's that, it's one of the OG Celtic countries, and their language is fascinating. Yeah, and I've heard Snowdonia is beautiful. Snowdonia is like this natural region of Wales where it's like full of like beautiful. It's like, yeah, national park. It's a national park. It's beautiful. Looks beautiful. Oh yeah. So definitely want to visit Wales. Netherlands also definitely want to visit the Netherlands. Honestly, I've always kind of wanted to visit the Netherlands. I've always wanted to visit Amsterdam, Rotterdam, The Hague. I also just like Dutch history. I think it's super interesting with the canals and how they've been able to, despite not having the best hand geographically, like, the Netherlands itself is a pretty difficult. Like, what's the saying? Um, God created God created the Dutch, but the Dutch created Holland. Like that, they were able to make Holland, the Netherlands, whatever. They were able to make it inhabitable, and they were able to make it a country worth living in. So for that, yeah, definitely I want to visit the Netherlands. Georgia, I want to visit Georgia. Yes, I want to visit Georgia. I do want to visit a country in the Caucasus, either Georgia or Armenia. Don't want to visit Azerbaijan. I'm sorry, I'm not. Well, actually, no, I do. I wouldn't mind visiting Azerbaijan. I think Azerbaijan would be pretty cool to visit as well. I think Baku is a pretty interesting city, from what I've seen, and being on the Caspian. Actually, you know what? Yes, I would like to visit Azerbaijan as well. Pakistan, nah, not really in a mood to. I don't know. I feel like no, not really. No, I don't want to visit. No, I think Pakistan's too dangerous. Quite frankly, I don't think it's the safest place on earth. Yeah, no. As an American, especially, no. I don't know if I want to visit I don't know if I want to visit Pakistan. Um, what country is this? I think I know this is definitely a Central Asian country. Um, this is Tajikistan. I think, yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. I definitely want to visit a Central Asian country. Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Mongolia. Oh yeah, I definitely want to visit a Central Asian country. That'd be awesome. Vatican City, definitely want to visit the Vatican City. Italy, where's Italy? Is Italy on this tier list? Whatever. Italy's there. Yeah, S tier. Really, 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 really want to visit Italy. That's like my number one country I want to visit right now. I really want to visit Italy, Rome. I really want to go. So yeah, always wanted to visit Brazil. I lived in Brazil for 3 years. Absolutely adored it. Want to go back. Sao Paulo is amazing. I've been to Rio. I've been to Bahia. I've been to some other parts of Brazil too, like smaller towns. But I've only really visited Rio, Sao Paulo. I've been around Sao Paulo State, and then Bahia, and I've also been to Itaipu Dam and like Iguaçu. Beautiful. Love Brazil. Love it to death. Best country in South America. France. I've been to France. I've been to Paris twice. I actually really like Paris. I like France. I want to visit a lot more of France. I want to visit Nice, like the French Riviera. I want to visit the western side. I want to visit up north. There's so much around France that I want to visit and see. Normandy, for example, as well, which is in the north. But yeah, France. Definitely want to visit more France. What country is this? What country is that? That's also another islander country. Island country in Africa. I think this is this Comoros? I think it is Comoros. No, not every African country's flag. This is Comoros. Yeah, I think I really want to visit like Comoros, Maldives, Seychelles. I think these countries are really interesting. I think they're very unique. Like I'm fascinated by these countries. I think yes, I really want to visit these countries. I really want to visit it. Ghana, yeah, I want to visit Ghana. I want to visit Africa. I really want to check out Africa and see what it has to offer. I know Africa gets a lot of flack, and I kind of get it, but I think Africa it's where humanity originated. That's super special. Like I want to visit South Africa. I want to visit Ghana. I want to visit Kenya. Um, I want to visit Namibia, Ethiopia. I definitely want to visit Ghana. Greece. I am Greek. I've been to Greece once. I love Greece. I want to visit more of it. I've never been to Thessaloniki. I've been to Athens, Kalamata, Nafplion, Corinth. Where else have I been? I've been to Biotia, whatever, where the Oracle of Delphi is. And I've been to three islands. I've been to Aegina, Aegina is how they say it in Greece, Hydra, Hydra, and I've been to Poros, which is like an island by Athens. I love it. I love Greece, and I've visited my family's village in the Peloponnese too. So I really liked Greece. Definitely want to visit more islands. I definitely want to go to Epirus. I think that's probably my number one region on my bucket list in Greece. Thessaloniki one, and then two Epirus. I really want to see. Um, and then I also want to go to Crete and Rhodes. I think those, yeah. So I definitely want to see more of Greece. Is this what country is this? Um, Definitely Middle Eastern. This is That cannot be right. Is that Palestine? Well, for political sake, I don't know if I want to visit Palestine. Is that the Palestinian flag? Yeah, I don't know if I want to visit Palestine right now. Yeah, no. Nope, don't no, no, not too sure if I want to visit Palestine right now. Or Israel for that matter. Too political. Nah. Honestly, I'm not even gonna rank either of them. Too political. Spain, España. Always wanted to visit Spain. Always wanted to visit. My dream, honestly, one of my dreams is to go to a El Clasico match, either at Camp Nou or the Bernabeu. I think I really want to go to Spain. I really do. Lebanon. Lebanon's a bit dangerous. Lebanon is pretty dangerous, but I still want to go to Lebanon. I like Lebanon a lot. I'll do kind of because it's still dangerous, but I definitely want to visit Lebanon. India. This is a hot take. Everybody likes to crap on India on the internet, but me, I'm different. I actually really want to go to India. I really do. I think India is such a fascinating country. If you think about it on paper, India has 500 different ethnicities, hundreds of different languages. It's a huge subcontinent, so much diversity, so much history. I think one of the most interesting places I think probably I'd argue the most interesting place on the planet. The most diverse country in the world. I think that's amazing. I think India is super interesting. And it's a rising power. No matter how you want to say it, India is growing as a country and it's becoming more important on the world stage. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. I want to visit India. Ireland, definitely want to visit Ireland. Always want to visit Ireland. Um, Really cool country. I want to go to Dublin. I want to go to that place where they filmed The Last Jedi. I don't know what it's called, but they got the rocks arranged. They look like hexagons. It's pretty cool. So I definitely want to visit Ireland. Go to a pub, drink some Guinness. Yeah, definitely want to go to Ireland. Iceland. I want to visit Iceland, but I'm not like in like a huge like compared to other countries. I think Iceland's cool, but I'd rather visit honestly like Norway or Denmark. Like when it comes to Scandinavian countries, like Nordic countries, I'd rather visit those instead of Iceland. I don't know. I'm just not really in like a huge like I'll put the Aurora, I'll put the Aurora Borealis. Puts it over for me. Okay, Japan. I visited Japan. I loved Japan. I had Japan for the longest time was my number one country to go to. It absolutely exceeded my expectations. And I had high expectations to begin with. And it was sensational. It was outstanding. Hold on, Okay. It was outstanding. It was sensational. I loved it. I want to go back. Japan is awesome. It is worth the hype. What kind is this Botswana? Um no, not Botswana. What country is this? Lesotho? Lesotho. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? Lesotho, interesting. Denmark. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to a Scandinavian country, Nordic country. Yeah, Copenhagen. I want to check that out. Switzerland. Always wanted to visit Switzerland. The Alps, the banking, Zurich, Geneva. Honestly, my fascination with Switzerland started when I watched Born Identity, when he escaped the U.S. embassy in Zurich. That's kind of where my fascination with Switzerland kind of started. Yes, I definitely want to visit Switzerland. I go to school in Washington D.C. I went to the Swiss embassy. It was pretty cool. I want to visit Switzerland 100%. Nepal. Nepal's pretty dangerous, but I still want to visit Nepal. That is a special country. Those countries in the Himalayas, Nepal and Bhutan, I definitely want to visit. Those are very fascinating countries. Nigeria, yep, I definitely want to visit Nigeria. I want to visit Africa. I want to go to Africa. I really do. I think Africa is just it's important and it has potential. I feel like Africa. People are sleeping on Africa. People are really sleeping on Africa. I like Nigeria. Yeah, Norway. S definitely want to visit Norway. Come on. I just want to visit a Scandinavian country. Portugal. Really want. I'm not like in a huge mood to like a huge rush compared to the other countries, but I definitely want to go to Portugal. 100%. Scotland. Honestly, S tier for me. Like I really, really want to go to Scotland. That is up there for me. Edinburgh, Glasgow, going to the Highlands. Needless to say, is this what is that? El Salvador, Nicaragua? No, not Nicaragua. No. Oh, what is it? What country is this? Honduras? I don't know if I want to go to Honduras. Nah, nah. I don't want to go to Honduras. I'm sorry. South Africa? Yeah, I want to go to South Africa. Yeah, I want to go to South Africa. I've always wanted to go. Even though it's dangerous, I still want to go. Turkey. Oh, Turkey, Turkey, Turkey. Yes, I want to go to Turkey. Yes, I do. I do. Just to see the Hagia Sophia, to see all the Greek monuments and the Byzantine art. Yeah. Honestly, I only really want to go to Turkey to see the Greek stuff. I said it. Yeah, quite frankly, I feel like that's why most people go to Greek people go to Turkey is to see the Greek stuff. But I wouldn't mind. Obviously, okay, I'm being facetious. I also wouldn't mind seeing obviously what else Turkey has to offer. Turkey is a big country. Turkey has a lot of history. Turkey's fascinating. That's objectively true. Yes, I've always wanted to go to Turkey. I always have. I always have. I think every Greek person should go to Turkey. I do, and vice versa with Turkish people. In all honesty, yes, I do really want to visit Turkey. UK, well, I included Wales. I included Scotland. I love London. I really enjoy London. I want to visit more of England. I want to go to Manchester. I want to go to Liverpool. I want to explore. I want to go to like Cornwall, the White Cliffs of Dover. England's fast. I love England. I really do enjoy England. So I definitely want to see more of England. I want to go to like Bath. I want to go to Somerset. There are a lot of great cities in the UK. Argentina. Definitely want to go back to Argentina. I've been 3 times before to Buenos Aires. Beautiful city. Great city. Like again, it's like Paris in South America, which is kind of what they were going for, I think, when they were designing Buenos Aires. And there are other cities too in Argentina. Like definitely Rosario is an interesting one. That's where Messi's from, after all. Messi's from Rosario. I also want to visit the Andes. Sorry, not the Andes. Patagonia and the Mendoza wine regions. Argentina has a ton to offer. Yeah, I definitely want to see more of Argentina. And this is this not Grenada? What country is this? Country with red star and green, yellow, and red. What country is this? I don't know what this is. Is this no? Dude, what country is this? I have no clue. Zimbabwe. No, not really. No, I don't want to visit Zimbabwe. I'm sorry. No, too dangerous. Too. Yeah, I'm not really in a hurry to visit Zimbabwe. But yeah, thank you to UA Girly for creating this tier list. Thank you so much. Yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. Again, this is all completely subjective, my opinion. I know there are a lot of countries that are missing from this list. I'm not gonna lie, there probably should be a little bit more countries here. Yeah, but yeah, thank you all for watching.